Welcome back. Next week is our final Friday Night Rivals game. The season flew by, even a condensed one. Let's focus on the here and now, though, specifically the undefeated Kingsburg Vikings hosting the 2-1 Selma Bears. The Vikings wasted no time intercepting Selma and returning to midfield, which is where we pick up with the cardio from Trace Jackson. He puts on the wheels and goes 80 yards for the first and only score of the first half. The Bears would tie things up at the goal line, not as clear of a touchdown, but worth the same points. Aaron Oliveris getting it done. Clock ticking in the third, Vikings Max Workentine over the middle to Connor McFall. He goes the distance for another Kingsburg lead. Last time the Bears were on FNR, it was all about the Blancas, baby. Aaron Blancas with the nice stutter step and toe touch to get inbound near the goal line. Followed up with the other Aaron. Moreno breezes in for another Selma 6. Bears go for 2, and Josiah Flores says, "I'll take that" for the 1-point lead. This would come down to a kick. 13.8 seconds in the game. Daniel Ortega gets it done. The Vikings finish undefeated. It's another defensive play for this week's Jack-in-the-Box play of the game. The Bears in the Vikings red zone. Andre Castellanos goes back to your Selma Jen. He picks off the ball and takes the momentum. This would lead to the Vikings' first touchdown of the game. Way to go, Andre. Next week's FNR will be at San Joaquin Memorial, but first, the Panthers on the road against the Edison Tigers. Fresno State commit Jordan Hornbeek was getting his steps in today, alongside Tyler McCullen, adding a touchdown for the Panthers for the 22-0 lead. Apparently, McCullen just does not get tired, making an impact on offense and defense at the INT, returned deep into Tigers territory. Plays later, Hornbeek up the middle and into the end zone. Get used to hearing that. Now let me tell you about these Tigers. They are resilient. Justin Clare through the air to a leaping Dimitri Johnson. He cuts back and works to the Panthers 15. Next play, talk about hard work. It's Miles Lee taking the handoff and fighting. I mean, look how many Memorial players are on him. He somehow stays up and extends for the Tigers' first touchdown of the game. Gotta love that grit. The effort was there. The points came up short for Edison. Memorial advances to 4-0 with the big 57-20 win. You're going to sense a trend here. Our first 5 games have one undefeated team. Clovis East trying to disrupt that perfection for Buchanan. A goal line push gets Jacob Tafoya in for the Clovis East 6. Caden Rogers would answer for Buchanan, going up the middle and not stopping. No one in his way. He goes the distance until about the 10-yard line, setting up his next play. The easy touchdown for Buchanan. Buchanan beats Clovis East 36-13 to clinch the school's first outright track title since 2009. Let's check out some scores. Dos Palos wins 21-20. Hanford wins big 48-7 over Lemoore. And next up, it's the Blue Raiders playing their final game of the season on the road in Fowler. Jake Prudek finds the end zone and the camera. Carruthers knows how to risk it for the biscuit. Perfect example, a 2-point conversion by Trenton Babb, and it's good for the early 8-7 lead. The Redcats would answer. Tyler Owens finds Nicholas Mendoza, and he finds the edge and the rest of the field all the way to the bank. Fowler serves Carruthers up its first loss of the season in their finale. Redcats 28, Blue Raiders 22. Now, thanks to this break-dancing Scotty Dog mascot, I have to be a fan of McLean. Followed up with a nice throw from Highlanders' Tim Apodaca, paired with the impressive catch by Vincent Caldera. No points on that possession, but a pretty play nonetheless. The Pirates, different story. Jacob Rocha launches it. And who's right on the money to make the catch? Mike Rios, of course. He would finish at the bank. The Highlanders responded well. Apodaca to Angel Hernandez for the end zone catch. McLean's first score of the game. Unfortunately, the Pirates' perfection still intact. A huge 49-15 final over McLean. Some more scores for you. Washington Union, big win on the road in Kerman, 41-21. Roosevelt over Hoover, 25-12. And Orosi, the close game, 21-14 over Firebaugh. Veterans Memorial was home to the 41st Battle of the Range Rider. The Cougars trying to hang on to that trophy. Up 21-14 at the break, the Golden Eagles found a rhythm. Dayton Tafoya to Isaiah Howard. He cuts back and works his way inside the Clovis 10. but a stingy Cougars defense would make Clovis West settle for 3. Clovis would eat up the clock on its first drive of the second half. A lot of running and beasting from Tristan Risley tonight. A 4-touchdown kind of night for the junior running back. 42-17 the final. Cougars finished 3-2 this season, but keep that Cowboy hardware for another year. The Fox Football Friday finale featured the Apaches on home turf against the Madera Coyotes, and man, the Apaches know how to put on a show. Speaking of show, John Pena airs it out to Nick Wise. Pretty catch, no points yet, but he gets it midfield. Next up, it would be the run from Morgan Privet. The touchdown run for a Sanger's 7-0 lead. Next up, Pena connects with Isaiah Bessarel. Oh yeah, that's pretty, and it's in for the points. Sanger wins it easily, 35-12. Our final scoreboard of the night, Liberty Madera Ranchos wins over Chowchilla 38-14. Like you saw before, Clovis wins over Clovis West 42-17, worth a double check. And Bullard wins over Dinuba 36-7.